and welcome back to our channel. We're Joseph Cavazos, and this is Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 9.
So, a lot of things happened in the last episode. Some sad dynamics going on right now. Miguel had a rough night at his prom. Sam picked a fight with Tori. Robbie and Tori had a really good night. Then Miguel had to come back home, see Johnny on the ground, and then there was just that awkward-ass interaction where he said, "I love you too, Robbie." Yeah. And that is just super sad. I was really sad for Miguel in that moment.
We also had Terry beat the crap out of Stingray. That's a problem. Terry was having... to us, it seemed like his character was really developing this season, and then he kind of got sucked into his weakness. You know, they were talking about weaknesses in another episode, and it's like Kreese is his weakness.
Yeah.
And he kind of got sucked back into it and went down this path where originally we thought he was kind of like leveling Kreese out. And even Kreese... before,
he was taken back by that.
Before that, when he had brought Johnny there, yeah, Kreese was like, oh, you know, so...
Because he cares about Johnny,
right.
Even though, I mean, he beat the shit out of him, too, in a sense. But yeah, that was just kind of crazy to see. I wonder how their dynamic's going to play out. Because, I mean... I don't feel like Kreese is going to be okay with the fact that he just beat the shit out of Stingray. Mind you, I don't think that, you know, he's like a weakling and saying like, oh yeah, I mean, you beat the shit out of somebody. But I mean, the way he's been acting, I feel like Kreese has noticed it. And I hope, because I was pissed off at both Terry and Kreese in the last episode. Kreese for leading him down this path because he knew, in my opinion, all the stuff that Terry had to go through to even get to this point where he felt like better about like where his life is. Even though he wasn't like necessarily living the life that he fully wanted to, he did say he was kind of living a little bit of a lie. But when he first got back to Cobra Kai, I thought he was in a really good headspace. He was giving out a lot of good wisdom to a lot of people. He talked about Kreese, about how he wanted to do things right this time. And then he just drug him back down. And I'm sad about that for Terry, even though I'm not giving Terry a pass for everything that he's done. And now I'm kind of worried because I don't just see him, you know, flipping the switch and going back to where he was. I feel like Terry might do some more crazy shit by the end of this. And how is Kreese going to respond to that? All right, well, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reactions.
We also do have a second channel, Joseph Cavazos IRL, where we do vlogs and other non-reaction content. And if you want to check that out, the link's down below.
All right, let's jump into this episode.
Ladies,
we have the tournament.
Already?
Wow.
Is it sad to say I was really hoping that Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do were gonna like join forces again before we got to this point?
He may be wearing a new gi, but one thing's for sure.
So are we just gonna skip over the Stingray stuff? And everything else?
They might reference it. I mean, they have to reference it.
Alright, well let's see how this tournament goes.
So I want to know what happens if, like, let's say Cobra Kai has one person that wins, like, let's say the female, let's say, like, Tori wins, and then, like, they have either, you know, Miguel or somebody else wins. What happens then?
Do they just get individual?
No, I'm saying, like, what's the deal? Remember about them, like, dissolving?
Oh,
so, I mean, does that, like, we keep going till the next year until we win definitively, both?
It's time to begin our skills competition. Up first...
Oh, I forgot they have the skills thing now. Ooh, cool. Oh, go Dimitri! Oh, Kenny!
What's Kenny about?
He has so much confidence now! Karate was good for him.
Oh. Hawk. Let's see if we get that
Come on,
top
Hawk,
one.
you're not defined by your hair. You are Hawk.
You can fly!
Woo!
Oh!
It's okay. You got all of them with that one.
Yeah, but that's not gonna win it.
Oh no!
That
But that's like from everyone though.
No,
so...
but Cobra Kai hasn't messed up.
Oh, well, let's see. Let's see.
Oh, let's see. Mess up.
Kyler. Oh.
Damn, they won.
They did it.
Yeah. That's probably what's gonna win it. Like,
well,
who
they're
else
probably
broke some shit with their head?
They're probably gonna win skills.
Yeah.
But then maybe some of the other ones will win the girls and boys.
Just like that, Miyagi-Do has been snake-bit as Cobra Kai takes the lead with our qualifier rounds up next.
Okay, so Cobra Kai's in the qualifier rounds though, so...
Yeah, so maybe that isn't like a winner from that.
Okay.
Hey, I was always on board. It's Ron who's standing in our way.
Yeah, he even botched up the contract for the parking garage.
I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. This needs to be his last go-round as president. The next meeting, I'm calling for a vote of no confidence.
What
the hell is Ron doing on my mic?
Ladies and gentlemen, the male and female division qualifiers are about to begin. And with them, we enter a new era. That's why we need a very special guest. To kick things off, let's
Who?
give a big All-Valley welcome to multi-Grammy Award-winning international
Ooh.
superstar
Who can you hire and afford?
Carrie Underwood!
Y'all gonna work Carrie Underwood? On what budget? I didn't expect
He
that.
used the parking garage budget.
Yeah, is that what it was? They're all excited about Carrie Underwood.
I fixed a crown fracture in his maxillary incisor.
We never doubted you, Ron.
So y'all just doubted him. Is this an original for the show? I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't listened to Carrie Underwood in a while. Sorry. I haven't listened to Carrie Underwood in a long time.
Ooh, come on, Kenny. There we go, Kenny.
Oh.
I mean, there's a massive height difference. Oh, nailed!
Oh.
He hit it. Dimitri, too.
That means Carrie Underwood's canon in this universe.
Come on, Chris. You got this.
All right, guys. Score's 2-2. Ready? Fight!
Alright, come on. Chris versus Kyler.
Oh, he knew their styles.
Yeah,
Y'all should
see?
have fucking stuck together. Yep.
Two are stronger than one! Y'all should have joined forces!
Everything he taught him.
Yeah.
They know our moves.
Yeah, I figured it out. I mean, Robbie was just being strategic. It's, you know, it's the smart thing to do. He had the knowledge of the other, you know, the other dojo.
So their only hope, well, just like what we thought, is going to be Miguel and Sam.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Miguel's not even with them. So.
Oh, yeah, it's just Sam.
Sam. But they're the ones who were, like, probably learned
Right.
the both styles, so. I guess it doesn't really matter which one of them actually wins, though. In theory, they could both win. As long as Cobra Kai loses. Oh, shit,
Ooh,
Miguel.
that was really good! Oh, okay, this is... I think Tori's gonna win. She's just
Yeah.
way more experienced.
I mean, she just joined. She
Yeah.
was just on debate, like, a week ago. Get a
Wow.
point in, though. Get a point in.
Hey, she's doing really freaking good for someone who just joined.
Oh, I don't know about that. You spoke way too soon. Just because she started moving fast.
I always, like, overestimate someone because I start going fast. It's okay, you'll get it next year.
You did great out there today.
Tell her to shut me out. I'm focused on my low game.
She's been at this longer than you. There's no reason to feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad. I only trained for 6 weeks. I'm gonna be stomping all these weak-ass bitches next year.
I love a confident queen.
You wanted to beat Miyagi-Do so badly, you gave Cobra Kai all of our secrets.
The goal is to win. I did what I had to do.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
If you
Like,
care about
you know.
winning, then you really didn't learn anything I taught you.
You know, everybody thinks their way is the only way. You, my dad, Cobra Kai. The truth is, it doesn't matter which way you fight as long as it works. And I'll use whatever it takes to win.
I mean, it's for a tournament, you know. We're not talking about the other stuff, just purposes of tournament.
Never put passion in front of principle. Because even if you win, you lose.
How quickly can you teach him that numbing arm thing? I need to start implementing that.
Like, you don't know all our tricks.
Yeah.
Little friends
Ooh.
lucky you didn't have to face Cobra Kai. Can't say the same for you, though. Lip.
Oh,
gosh.
you bitch, Kyler.
Make you kiss that man.
Make you kiss my ass.
He's always been a bully, but that's not who you are.
Aw.
I don't know who I am these days.
Your mohawk doesn't define you, bro.
Your haircut, you know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I was really digging the purple, actually, but
So are we.
liked you for your energy.
It's not the hair on the man, it's the man in the hair. Or no hair.
Hey, I'm offended.
Aww.
Motivation to win.
Next up in the quarterfinals, it's Kyler Park of Cobra Kai versus Eli Moskowitz.
I want to hear the hawk sound effects.
I love that when they do that, the screech.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The guy's running this whole fucking thing.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
F-bomb again.
There we go. There's a noise too.
Ooh.
Kyler ain't shit. Oh, damn.
Wow.
Damn.
He did that pretty easily.
Yeah.
He just needed a kiss. Come on, Sam. You've been training way longer than she. Oh! She was a quick learner.
She's pissed because she just saw her ex kiss Hawk again.
You have nothing.
Hey, well, she hadn't just been learning Miyagi-Do.
Yeah. Come on. Strike first. There we go.
No, yeah.
There we go.
See, this is what all of them could have had if
I
they would
know.
have stuck together. They could have had a blend of both styles.
Oh, there we go.
Oh! Oh my gosh, Sam!
There we go.
Yes!
Oh,
Johnny, yeah.
Oh, Johnny was proud. That was cute.
Where's Eagle Fang?
That's what I thought. How'd you pick up so much?
Why does it matter? I won.
You didn't win the right way.
Oh my gosh,
Maybe
Daniel.
the right way is different
Chill the
from
fuck
this.
out.
Don't I get a choice?
As long as it's within the rules, I don't think there's a wrong way, you know? It's
Yeah.
not like it's breaking the rules.
I don't
It's
agree
just
with,
different, different styles.
Daniel's opinions on this day. I feel like Robbie's gonna win 3-1.
Yeah.
I feel like Kenny, just getting one hit will be good for him here.
Kenny's came far. For being so new
I
and
mean,
so
yeah.
young. Oh my gosh, look at him go!
Oh,
Ooh!
shit! He got the first
He used to run
point.
away.
Say timeout? Oh, what's he have to tell him? Is it about taking it easy on him?
Are you fighting your friend or your
Oh, is he gonna tell him no mercy?
I thought you wanted to be a champion.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Feel bad for Kenny, but on the other hand, it's like, what? He's not just gonna let him win. You
Yeah.
know, like they're in the tournament. But I feel like he doesn't want to like hurt him. You know?
Yeah.
Why is it no point? Oh.
Does he hit him in the tailbone, I guess? I don't know. Oh, fuck! Oh my gosh, you didn't need to do it like that. You could have won easier.
Oh, I feel like I take back what I said. It was fine up until then. Like, couldn't you have just taken him out a different way? Like,
I mean, you were clearly more skilled than him.
oh,
like,
that was kind of.
You could have found and you could have won so easily.
I guess I take back what I said earlier about as long as it's in the rules, because it seemed like that was in the rules, but it felt weird.
It's me and Eli in the semis. Yeah, should be a good fight.
Did you game LaRusso soften up Diaz before our match?
As if you haven't gotten into Sam's head with all your ego crap. You've been training her, haven't you?
She got to the semis, you should be thanking me.
Thanking you? For turning Sam into someone who can control her anger?
Better than turning
Calm
my champion
down.
into a pussy who starts a fight and then runs away from it.
I don't care what happens today, you just stay the hell away from Sam.
Yeah, stay the hell away from Miguel.
How they date? Well, I guess actually maybe not now.
Oh yeah,
I don't
they kind
know.
of have like a little breakup or something.
I don't know if there was a breakup. I don't know if that was specific or it was just implied.
Alright, you got this.
You could do this.
I mean, Miguel's gonna win. It's gonna have to be Miguel versus Robbie, Tori versus Sam.
Hawk is my friend.
He's fighting for LaRusso. He picked a side.
Oh no, we're not
you're
doing this.
acting
No.
just like freaking Kreese.
Which side are you on?
What do you mean?
You're not gonna hold back, right? No. Good, neither am I.
That's what you like to see. Because I don't feel like Miguel's gonna approach this like Robbie approached his fight with
Yeah.
Kenny.
But also, Robbie and Kenny was like a really kind of
Uneven,
unequal
yeah.
match. That was kind of rough to begin with.
Damn.
Oh.
That was a good sequence of events, though.
Let's go, Diaz! You're not a kid anymore. You have to crawl across the floor. Use your damn teeth if you have to.
You can do this. I know you can.
Oh my gosh, she's still spinning!
You're gonna be my karate teacher?
No. I'm gonna be your sensei. Sensei.
Oh my gosh, no! Oh my gosh, what the hell? I did not see this.
No!
happening.
Why does he always freaking get
He
hurt?
just re-injured himself.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, I know!
What the hell? I did not see
I did not see that
happening
coming.
at all.
I thought he was about to freaking kick him in the face.
I thought he was gonna just hurt Hawk, and then it was gonna be like freaking weird.
Oh my gosh. That was like a shock.
I don't even know what happened.
I did not expect that whatsoever. I forgot, like, I guess I just didn't even think about his injury, that he could have the possibility of re-injuring himself, but I mean, it's not like, he had a very serious injury, and, you know, it's, even if it has been a year.
That was a wild episode, and that ending, like, it's kind of hard to, like, put it into words right now. Like, I wasn't even thinking in the terms that someone was going to get hurt right now, because I thought, if anything, you know, the emotional hurtness of, like, well, Kenny, he may have, like, a broken nose or something like that, you know, that'll heal relatively easily, so I thought that was going to be, like, you know, kind of the drama that derived from this episode.
Like that Robbie kind of went too hard on Kenny there when he didn't need to.
Yeah, but I'm in shock still. Like, I don't even know what happens. Obviously, he's not going to be able to compete, and Eagle Fang's pretty much out at this point.
Yeah, he was like the champion.
Yeah, and he was the only one who made it this far.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That, like, I'm so focused on that, I can't even think about, like, the rest of the episode. That's insane. Oh my gosh. And then after, like, the rough night he went through with him.
That interaction that he had before he got on the mat, too.
Oh, man. And he was, like, in his head, he was, like, playing all the things that he had said to him, and then it just was, like, crunch. Oh.
That's
insane.
I'm trying to think about, okay, what else happened in this episode? Okay.
I mean, they're kind of all taking sides. Johnny and Daniel are just so divided now. It's like
unnecessary.
The students don't even want to be that divided.
No, it's so upsetting that they weren't able to bury the hatchet with each other this season, because they could have worked together so well. And, you know, you have to fault them both, but I'm putting a lot on Daniel this season specifically, because the way he even approached Robbie, I mean, I get it, like what you're thinking. Like, you know, he talked about, like, integrity, even if you win. But he knew these styles. Yeah. So why wouldn't he teach them? Because he was like, okay, it's just like the same thing if, like, if NFL player gets cut and gets signed in the same division, they're going to, if they had anything to say, they might say, like, oh, you know, sometimes they like to run this play, or sometimes they like to do this. So that type of thing happens in sports. So, like, that doesn't shock me at all. The way Daniel approached it, I thought was poor, and I thought it was even more poor the way he approached Sam after, like, learning that, you know, she was working with Eagle Fang and Johnny. So, Daniel this season, and then also how he even approached Johnny when Terry came back into the picture too. Daniel, like, his decision making this season has been questionable, to put it lightly, in my mind, and I've been pretty disappointed with him this season.
Yeah, and going back to the whole, like, style thingy with Robbie, how he did that. It wouldn't really have been any different if Johnny and Daniel had still been combined in the dojos, because they would have learned each other's styles anyway, so it would have literally been the exact same thing. So you can't really tell Robbie he couldn't have done that.
Yeah, because you would have learned both at that point.
You can fault him for how, like, I guess during the episode I said something along the lines of, like, as long as it's within the rules, does it really matter? And I still mean that, but, like, obviously I mean that in the way that wasn't how Robbie handled it, you know? Because it's like, okay, learning all the tools you have in your arsenal to compete in the best you can do, but in, like, a fair way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, the way he was with Kenny, it's like, did you really have to, like, kick him that hard? He was still from your dojo. Like, you didn't have to go easy on him. You didn't have to let him win.
I said it in the episode too. He was clearly more advanced than Kenny.
Right.
He was toying with him there at the end. He wasn't even in, like, you know, a karate stance. You know, he was just kind of standing there, and he could have hit him at any point just to end it right there. So it's just kind of like, in my mind, you know, he went for, like, the death blow, where he could have just very easily been like, pop, and just, like, got the point and won, and be like, okay, hey, you got a hit on me. That was really good. I underestimated you. But yeah, I hope that Robbie, based off of that interaction that he had prior with Kreese and saw what that did to him, kind of he gets back in his head a little bit with like the conversation that he had with Daniel earlier in the season with Terry, which was funny because at the time I didn't think Terry had necessarily jumped over any lines prior to that point just yet. So I was thinking like, okay, well, I mean, it is kind of a different Terry, but obviously Terry, we saw him kind of revert back to old Terry. Now, mind you, he hasn't really done that much here, besides the whole like, that's an order type of thing, but I don't really put too much stock into that necessarily. It really just puts into question for me, like, how is this all going to turn out, this tournament? Because I thought it was, perfectly set up. We're going to have the rematch of Robbie and Miguel in the boys division. And it's still probably going to be Tori and Sam, in my opinion, because, if we don't have that, that would just be freaking crazy. But now, the next one that I could actually see, being able to compete with Robbie is Hawk. Like, I don't think there's anybody else there.
He might have to step up,
But if that's the case, that's Miyagi-Do. So
right.
But I opened up the question, like I think at the beginning of this episode, what happens if Cobra Kai wins one and either Eagle Fang, or it doesn't seem like Eagle Fang now, obviously, but Miyagi-Do wins one? What does that really mean if one wins? Because this agreement was done before it was decided that they were going to split into the boys division and the girls division. So maybe that could just keep them all active, and like. They said, okay, well, we won. We won.
So nobody can leave, and maybe they try again next year.
I
don't know.
Yeah, maybe. If then,
or what not. Or
I don't, like, beyond just, like, the karate aspect, like, what happens to Miguel's character right now? Because I just feel like, going back to Miguel, like, that's just so... Can you see Carmen letting him fight again anymore after that? I don't see it.
I hope she wouldn't blame Johnny. I don't think she will. But then again, he's gotten hurt because of karate in the past, and
this was such a different situation. Though. This was like in the middle of a match, whereas the other one, they were fighting, but they were like, it was an all-out brawl in the school.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reaction to the series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.